Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Did you send the message to everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji, I sent. Actually, I forgot. Harichakar Prabhuji sent it to everybody.
Okay. Then I'll take 5 minutes. I'll wait. Actually, not. And actually, if you make it a habit to join on time, I think it's better. But I'll need 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll drink some water and come back. Everyone, what do you see on the screen? Can you please?
It's lyrics, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yemona durmati संसार भितरे पडियाछेनु आमी. You can all sing.
हे मन दुर्मति
संसार भितरे
पडियाछेनु आमी.
ये मोनो दुर्मति संसार भितरे पडियाछेनु आमी.
हे मन दुर्मति संसार भितरे पडियाछेनु आमी.
Actually, no, I think we'll do together. That way it is easy. Otherwise, because there's a lag, it's difficult to follow. So we can do together. Tava nija jana
Kun
mahajane
mahajane
anapija
pataiye
mahajane pataiya dile tumi pataiya
pataiye
dile
dil
tumi. Mon durmati samsar bhitare podiyaachenu aami. Mon durmati samsar bhitare podiyaachenu aami. দয়া করি মোরে পতিতা দেখিয়া কইল আমারে গিয়া দয়া
দয়া
করি
করি মোরে পতিতা
দেখিয়া কইল আমারে গিয়া দিন যান শুনো ভালো কথা দিন যান শুনো ভালো কথা উল্লাসিতা হবে গিয়া উল্লাসিতা হবে গিয়া কি মন দুর্মতি সংসার বেতারে পড়িয়াছেন আমি কি মন দুর্মতি সংসার বেতারে পড়িয়াছেন আমি তোমার তারিতে শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য নবদ্বীপে অবতার তোমার তারিতে শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য নবদ্বীপে অবতার মহেন কট দিনহীন জানে কত দিনহীন জানে করিলে না ভাব করিলে না ভাব মন দুর্মতি সংসার ভিতরে পড়িয়াছেন আমি মন দুর্মতি সংসার ভিতরে
ভিতরে
পড়িয়াছেন
আমি
तेरा प्रतिज्ञा राखी बारा तारे रूपवर्ण विप्रसूत तेरा प्रतिज्ञा राखी बारा तारे रूपवर्ण विप्रसूत महाप्रभु नामे नडिया माताय महाप्रभु नामे नडिया माताय महाप्रभु नामे नडिया माताय महाप्रभु नामे नडिया संगे पाई अवधूता संगे पाई अवधूता मोन दुर्मति संसार भीतर पड़ियाछेनु आमी मोन दुर्मति संसार भीतर पड़ियाछेनु आमी नंद सुत जिनी चैतन्य गोसाई निज नाम कोरिता नंद सुत जिनी चैतन्य गोसाई निज नाम कोरिता नारी लो जगा तुम्ही वो जाइए लो जगा तुम्ही वो जाई निज परित्राण निज परित्याग हे मोन दुर्मति संसार भीतर पड़िया नामे हे मोन दुर्मति संसार भीतर श्री कथा सुनिया हसिया चिन्हत तुम्हारा चरण ताले श्री कथा सुनिया हसिया चिन्हत तुम्हारा चरण अगति विनोद कंदिया कंदिया विनोद
कंदिया
अपन कहिनी बोले
अपन कहिनी बोले
मोन दुर्मति संसार भीतर पड़िया चेनो मोन
दुर्मति संसार भीतरे पड़िया चेनो
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे हरे
कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे
राधे गोविंद जय राधे गोविंद
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 राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद Radha Govinda Sri Radhe.
Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Shri Radhe.
Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha, Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha, Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha, Sri Radhe.
Radha Gopi Jana Vallabh, Radha Gopi Jana Vallabh, Radha Gopi Jana Vallabh, Shri Radhe.
Sri Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe, Sri Radhe Jaya Jaya Radhe.
Shri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Radhe. Shri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Radhe.
Nitai Padita Pavan Gaurari, Nitai Padita Pavan Gaurari.
Nitai Patita Pavan Gaura Hari Jaya. Nitai Patita Pavan Gaura Hari. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
परिणाम संकीर्तन की
Jai,
की
Jai,
विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मसभाजी का स्तोत्र ग्रेस अभय चरणानंद भक्तवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai,
जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मसभाजी का स्तोत्र श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai,
जय जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मसभाजी का स्तोत्र श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai,
जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मसभाजी का स्तोत्र श्रीमद् गौर किशोर दास बाबू महाराज की जय।
Jai,
सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय।
Jai,
वैष्णव सारों श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबू महाराज की जय।
Jai,
अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
Jai.
आलूरिष्ट समलुड हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
आलूर श्री गुरु श्री गौरांश प्रभुपाद
Hare
की
Krishna. Gauranga Vishnu Prabhupada ki jai.
प्रेम से गो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
Jai,
श्री राधा गोपजन वल्लभ गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय।
Jai,
ब्रजभूषण श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। मैं
Jai,
देव धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम श्री
Jai,
जगन्नाथ धाम की जय। कृष्ण
Jai.
भक्त वेदांत स्मरण की जय। गंगे में यमुना की जय। समेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
Hari Hari Bol.
सिमुल्टेड
Hare
हरे कृष्ण। आलूर श्री गुरु श्री गौरांश प्रभुपाद की जय।
Shri Guru Gauranga Vishnu.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति शिवदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्वेतपतिकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवस्य श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागररघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सागरललिता शिवशाकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी श्रीवान सुते ते प्रणमामि प्रियंच कल्तर सुप्रा सिंधु बीज पतन पावने वैष्णव नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रनित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास्तव गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे मुकं करोति वाचालं अंगं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुणाननतारण परमानन्दमाधव श्री चैतन्येश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. Everyone is doing well.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So last week we were discussing about the qualities of eligibility for devotional service. We saw Uttama Bhakta, Madhyamadhikari, Kanishthadhikari. This is also given in nectar of instruction. Who is a Madhyamadi Kanishtadhikari? He worships the deity, but he cannot discriminate. Yeah, he cannot discriminate. He or she, of course. There is no Sastra Jnana. Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur always mentioned, devotee should not remain at Kanishta platform. One should become a Madhyama at least. Ideally, one should become Uttama, at least Madhyamadhikari. Madhyamadhikari is what? What are the qualifications of Madhyamadhikari? Anybody?
Prabhuji, he has firm faith in the chanting of the holy name. He has knowledge of the Shastra. He is merciful to the ignorant and avoids the envious.
Two more.
You can differentiate between the devotees and the non-devotees and the who worship the deities, and you can differentiate between people.
Okay.
Prabhuji, he cannot defend in Shastric debates.
Yes, that's fine too. But this is given an nectar of devotion. Sorry, instruction. Two things. Actually, now thank you, Amma Anjali Mata. Amma Anjali Mata is very wonderfully summarized. Amazing. But what is the goal of his life? Huh? To attain prema. That is the goal of Madhyamadhikari, goal of life. And so to attain that prema, what he does? He makes friendship with the devotees. Prema Maitri Kripopeksha. You said the last two things. Kripa and Apeksha, you said that. But the first two are his goal of life is to attain the love of God, and he makes friendship with devotees who are serious. Yeah, correct, Madhyama. Thank you very much. Very nicely answered. Other people who said, who said that? I couldn't figure it out from voice. No, other people added. Who is that?
Prabhuji, Shyamarajika Devadasi.
Hare Krishna. And who is the another one? Prabhu Samprabhu. No, Anjali Madhama, I know you spoke, but Prabhu also somebody added. Cannot defend. Okay, that's enough. So Uttamadhikari is very convinced, I can convince anyone, defeat anyone. Full faith and knowledge of Shastras. So the eligibility the chapter is about the eligibility of bhakti. First thing is one should not sinful. One should not be sinful. Bhavanam janmanamante. Who will quote this verse? Jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva sarvamiti. So, not this verse. Yeah, Jnanavan. Yes, this verse actually. But one more verse is there. So one should become a Jnanavan. One should become wise, knowledgeable. The another verse is, what is another qualification bhakti? What is knowledge? Should understand Krishna is the Vasudeva is ultimate. Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is cause of all causes. The second thing, another eligibility for bhakti is Esham Twantagatam Papam. We will quote this verse. Janam Punya Karmanam. Edam Dvandva Nirmukta Bhajanti Mandrita. Those people who are not sinful, who decided to uh, decided not to sin, and they have performed so many pious activities. Rupa Goswami writes, if you without pious activities are three types. Does anyone know these three types of pious activities?
Mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance activities in those things.
Who is this?
This is Srinivas Das Prabhuji.
Who? Rasaparan?
Sorry, this is Srinivas Murari Das Prabhuji.
Just Srinivas Murari, okay. So, pious activities are 3 types. Bhaktonmukh Sukriti, Mokshonmukh Sukriti, Bhogonmukh Sukriti. If you perform activities leading to Bhoga, you will get sense enjoyment in this world and you will go to heavenly planets. That's not good. Mokshonmukh Sukriti means you will perform those pious activities leading to liberation, you know. But Bhaktonmukh Sukriti, pious activities leading to devotional service. These 3 things are. Actually, the third one is very good. I mean, you have shown some devotee, you have rendered some service to devotee. He asked you where is the temple, you showed the path. So so Sukriti leading to devotional service is very good, right? And second thing is who another qualification for bhakti, one should be free from bodily platform. What is that? I am not this body. Not theory, but fully convinced. Unfortunately, as long as we are, because once we are in the bodily platform, we are impelled by these 6 anarthas. Lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, false ego, illusion, and hunger, thirst, lamentation. So, if we become free from these things, what is the eligibility of bhakti? We should become free from bodily platform, and also uh, 2 things we should reject. What is that? Bhukti, mukti, siddhi, kami, sakala asanta. Krishna bhakta nishkama atayeva santa. So those people who want Prabhu Goswami speaks 2 things are enemies to come to the path of bhakti. What are the 2 things? Bhukti and mukti, impersonal liberation, becoming one with God, and a sense enjoyment. And if you look for mystic powers, that is also impediment. No? But Krishna devotee doesn't need all these 3 things. Krishna Bhakta Nishkama, he doesn't have any desire other than pleasing Krishna. Anyabhilashita? Shunyam. Actually, I thought of this word so many times this 1 week. What is pure bhakti? Anybody? What is pure bhakti? Anyabhilashita Shunyam. No other desire other than pleasing Krishna. Jnana karmadana vrutam. It is free from knowledge and karma yoga and jnana yoga also is free from karma and jnana. Anukulyena Krishna anusilanam. Favorably disposed towards Krishna and learning, performing bhakti under the guidance of previous acharyas. Anusilanam. That is Uttam Bhakti. Who will repeat this? Can anyone repeat it? I am not a Sanskrit.
Anyabhilashita shunyam gnana karma adhyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu bhaktiruttam.
Yeah, translate in your own words. I'm fine.
Without having any other desire other than having Krishna, having the desire for Krishna, even not having karma, desire for karma, and not having desire for karma, and
Right,
free from karma.
Jnana, yes, Prabhu,
Yeah.
wonderful. And what else? Anukulyena Krishna
Anukulyena.
favorably disposed. Favorably, rendering service to Krishna favorably, not unfavorably, not inimically. And Anusiranam, following the previous acharyas. That is Uttama. Thank you very much. Very well. So, what are the, one should be free from bhukti and mukti to come to the platform of bhakti. You know, what are inimical to bhakti? Bhukti and mukti. Sense enjoyment. Can anyone try why bhukti and mukti are detrimental to bhakti?
Prabhuji, can I try?
Yes.
So bhakti is quite simple because we want to get something in return from Krishna. So that is like a business transaction. That is not loving exchange. We want something, so we do something. So that is not bhakti. So mukti is also where we are using Krishna to get free from these material problems and miseries. We really don't have the desire to serve Krishna, to have that loving relationship with Krishna where we are surrendered to Krishna and then Krishna has that, unalloyed loving relationship with us. That is my limited understanding, Prabhuji. Please correct.
Who is this? Premanjali Mataji?
Pushpanjali Das, Prabhuji.
Sorry, not Premanjali, sorry, Pushpanjali Mataji. Okay, amazing, Amma. Very nice. Actually, liberation there is impersonal liberation. You know, first one you said is perfect. You know, when you want to enjoy, uh, just now we see, there is no Abhilasha, Sunyam. Except serving Krishna, you don't have any other desire. But in bhakti means you want to enjoy your senses. You made a nice point. You worship, Krishna with a desire. Then it's not bhakti. It is a sakama karma yoga. You know, it is not a pure bhakti. You know. So the definition itself fails. Second thing, impersonal liberation. You want to become one with God. Then where is the room for becoming servant of God? So that way, even impersonal liberation is also desire. Second thing, that's actually the biggest desire, becoming one with God, Hare Krishna. But that is not our original constitution position. Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj says, you'll be miserable there because what is your connection with Krishna's service? When you just don't do anything but you situate in Brahman, and so that is not your nature, you're miserable. Kaivalya Naraka Aite. Liberation is hellish. Why? There is no service. Bhakti means what? Devotional service. Third one, Siddhi. You want Siddhis. For what? To impress others. You are God actually. That is the height of false ego. One time Radhana Swami said that. That is the height of a false ego. It is also very close to Mukti actually. Because you want mystic Siddhis. I can become smaller than smallest, bigger than biggest. I am better than you. You cannot do this. I can do this. Haribol. It is the height of a ego. Everyone is understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, also, so unless if you want to perform, go to the platform of pure bhakti, you should become free from bodily consciousness. So, there are three happinesses. What are three? Material happiness, Jadanandam. Spiritual happiness, I mean that's impersonal happiness of impersonal liberation, Brahmanandam. Third is a devotional happiness, Bhakti Anandam. So jivas stuck in the material world, they aren't their happiness is enjoying a matter, dead matter. Gulab Jamun, Rasgulla. Any pleasure in this world is actually enjoying dead matter. That's why even if you enjoy a lot, you will degrade in modes. That's it. Initially, even if you're very advanced, you'll enjoy in goodness. Then you'll degrade to Rajagun, and you'll enjoy there. You'll get to degrade to Tamagun. Still, you'll not be happy. Huh? That's the beauty out of this. What is the beauty of metal world? Maya. You can keep on enjoying. First thing is the degradation happens. Second thing is you're not happy. You want more. You want more. You're miserable. You become slave. But you'll not be happy. But you think there is some happiness there. That's the power of Maya. How many of you are understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Senses will never tell you, please don't serve. And still you are miserable. Still you don't want to give it up. How many of you agree Maya is amazing? You know,
Yes,
you,
Prabhuji.
you enjoy tiny pleasure. Still you are not happy. But still you don't want to go away from that. This keeps you in cycle of birth and death. Hare Krishna. Ramkumar, will you agree? Only one mouth is raised. Madhuri. You know, see the power of Maya. Krishna says, Maya, my Maya, Arjuna. You cannot become, unless you, only those people who are surrendered to me, they become free from Maya. Otherwise, they'll be there only. When at the age of 70, in fact, the senses become wild. Because soul is, my mind is subtle, millions, billions of years it is there. But senses are there only for 60, 70, 80 years. But the mind says, I want more, more, more. So that's why before somebody becomes old, they should develop taste for Shravan and Kirtana. And Rupa Goswami says one more thing. What is that one more thing he says? Uh, if you want to be important, first time I have a lesson to learn actually. If you want to be important, material or spiritually, you cannot get bhakti. If you want to be important materially or spiritually, you cannot get bhakti. How many points I told so far? What are the eligibilities of bhakti? What are the different types of eligibility of bhakti? Let us see. Who will recollect? What are the different
No,
types of
no karma, no gnana, and no mukti.
no
and
desire for mukti, Prabhuji, not no
no
mukti.
desire, no desire for self.
Get rid of 8 anarthas, Prabhuji.
Get rid of 8 another sama, that's you become free from Maya actually. No, what is the
It
eligibility of
does.
bhakti?
Without
Anyavilashita sunyam is there, no doubt. Should not have any other desire other than pure bhakti. That is one, that is eligible for pure bhakti, no doubt. And any other things.
Free from dualities of delusion, you quoted 7.28 sloka, Prabhuji. Is that also eligibility?
What is 7.28?
Jnatavyam avasishyate te dvandva moha nirmukta. You are saying that sloka.
I didn't say that. Bhajante Mam Drodavrat. Acha Jaishantan. Yeah, I quoted. Yes, yeah, that's true. So one should become free from sinning. Yes, I said that. Yeshantam Tagadam Pavan Jaranam Punyakarmam Te Dvandam Nirmukta Bhajante Mam Drodavrat. Yes, sorry, I quoted. So one should become free from
Dualities.
Yeah, dualities of this world. One should not have a desire to sin, and they have performed so many pious activities, especially activities leading to bhakti, bhaktan sukruti, and they understand Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and what is that? Um, uh, becoming those who are free from bodily attachment, and one more is there. Those people who are not too attached to this material world are people who are detached from the material world. That is another qualification, eligibility for bhakti. And last one I said, if anybody who has a desire to become important spiritually or materially, they will not come to bhakti. How many of you understood? So we'll recollect again. One is Krishna is supreme personality. I've got it full conviction. Anyabhilashita sunyam. I have only one desire to please Krishna. Next one is I want I don't want karma mishrita bhakti or jnana mishrita bhakti. My bhakti is I want to do bhakti only to please Krishna. I don't want to be important spiritually or materially. I want to be detached from the material world or not to attach it from the material world. That's also there. And I'm free from I'm not a bhukti kami, mukti kami or siddhi kami. How many of you understood?
Understood, Prabhuji.
And Prabhupada said, we don't want 10 stars, we want one moon. And Prabhupada said this, and Bhakti Thakur always said, we don't want, devotees should not be in Kanishta platform. Happy doing devotional service, happy rendering service to deity, the Kushalina Dhanini, put the pagadi, that turban this side, this side, this side. People like Indra Prabhu, they really, what is that, they didn't do deity worship. But Indra Prabhu also, did Shravanam Kirtanam. He did a great preaching, So, deity, but if you do only deity worship, I come to temple, but I want to serve deity, but I don't have anything to do with devotees. That is Kanishta. So, then there are 4 types of lower grade Kanishta. There are Kanishtas. Who are the Kanishta Bhaktas? 4 people who come to path of bhakti, who come to shelter of Krishna. Who are those 4 people? Who will quote that verse? Chaturvida bhajante mam. Anyone knows this verse? Chaturvida bhajante mam? Okay, no problem. But can you know who will come to who are the lower grade varieties of lower grade Kanishtas? Okay. Desire for what? For money. Mm-hmm. And the knowledge for inquisitive, yes. And then to do service. Knowledge. One who has knowledge, wise. So, and does anyone know this verse? Chaturvida Bhajantamam? No problem. Who will come to what the 4 types of Kanishtas will come to Path of Bhakti? Who are very favorable to Krishna? Who are the 4?
Artho Jijnasa Artharthi Jnanina Bhartarshava. I forgot.
Amazing. Yes, very good. Artho Jijnasa Artharthi Jnanija Bhartarshava. Fantastic. So, Artho means distressed, not orthopedics. Artho means distressed. So many problems at home. My Lord, please help me, relieve me from my distress. Who is the best example for distressed category?
Draupadi.
Who is the one who has approached Krishna in the distressed? Actually, Draupadi,
Kunti Maharani.
Gajendra.
Gajendra Prabhuji.
Gajendra.
Rajendra, yeah.
There.
Gajendra is in distressed category. Why we don't quote Draupadi? Draupadi was already a pure devotee.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Huh?
Yes, okay.
So Gajendra is distressed. Then what is the second level? We approach Krishna for artha, money, resources. Who is that?
Dhruva Maharaj, Prabhuji.
Dhruva Maharaj. He wanted a planet bigger than his great grandfather Brahma. Right? So all the Indians. Janmashtami, chalo temple. You know? Radhashtami, go to Varsana. Then, you know, what is it? Ram Navami, go to Ram temple. Anyway, let me not change the topic. Sorry. Let us become serious. So, Dhruva approached for Artha. And Artha, who's Jignasu? Inquisitive.
Saunakadi Rishis, Prabhuji.
Sages of Naimisharanya headed by Saunaka Rishi. Saunaka and other rishis in the forest of Naimisharanya. Jnani. Four Kumaras. So four Kumaras, they have knowledge. They are actually Brahman realized. They're also, they see Paramatma also. You know, they see Vishnu in their heart. So Krishna says in Gita, of these four, who is the best? Jnani. Jnani is more or less free from sense gratification. He already has knowledge, but he wants more knowledge. You know. So what is it? One thing is Jnani has knowledge. Second thing is service is very less motivated. Especially, you're in distress. My Lord, Krishna help me. Krishna will help you to become free from distress. He'll give it up. He'll give a bhakti. Next day, Janmashtami will go. Same thing, you want some material desire. You want some money. You want some resource from Krishna. When you get it, you'll stop going to temple. You'll become a donor. But in the case of sages of Naimisharanya, they have some knowledge, little bit, and they want to learn more. Inquisitiveness. You want to learn more. But four Kumaras are already learned, they're wise. But they want more. They want more information. So the people who are, of the four categories, people who are in the wise category, they're the best. Why? Their service is less motivated. Within no time, they'll reach to pure devotional service. So also they have some knowledge about Shastra. You're listening? So we have seen this actually, Bhakti Mukti, we saw that actually. I spoke up to Bilamangal last talk, last time I spoke up to Bilamangal last talk, you remember? So, what is that? Though if we don't want impersonal liberation, we don't want sense enjoyment. Manasiksha, Raghunath Das Goswami quotes Mukti and Bhakti are witches. They'll steal Bhakti from you. Impersonal liberation and sense enjoyment, they're like a witch. They'll come to steal from you Bhakti. So we should not aspire for impersonal liberation and material sense enjoyment. So I told the story of Bilamangal Thakur. Then 3.4.15. No, before that. Yeah. So those says, what does Uddhava say? Even though my devotees, my Lord, Uddhava tells to Krishna, excuse me. My Lord, your your devotees who are pure, your pure devotees, fully Krishna conscious, they don't have any problem attaining things of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Anything they want from this four, they'll get it. You know, they have no problem. But still, I don't want anything from this. I don't want anything. The religiosity, uh, sense gratification, economic development, or impersonal liberation. They are bhukti and mukti, my lord. I don't want it. And what I need? I'm happy to be attached to your lotus feet. Excuse me. I'm very happy to be attached to your lotus feet. You know, Uddhava is telling, I want unflinching faith and devotion towards your lotus feet. In fact, who is that personality in Krishna Chaitanya Leela who rejected even not only impersonal liberation, but he rejected other liberation also. He rejected the bhakti liberation also. What are the four types of bhakti liberation? Anyone knows? Excuse me.
Sarupya, Salupya, Sasti, Samipya.
This is Vaishnava type of liberation. He rejected that also. I mean, devotees consider the Sahija as a hellish. What to speak of it. Who is that personality? Lord Chaitanya offered it, especially. Kolavech Sridhar. Lord Chaitanya said, Sridhar, how much you have suffered for myself, Sridhar? I'll make an emperor of this world. Sridhar said, no, I don't want. All right, I'll make a Prajapati, progenitor. I'll make the emperor of the universe, like Swayambhu Manu. No, my lord. I'll give you all the mystic siddhis. No, my lord. I'll make you equal to Kubera in riches. No, my lord. All right, come back to I'll give you impersonal liberation. That is hellish. Lord Chaitanya didn't speak of impersonal liberation. Come back to my abode. Wapas aa jao. What did Sridhar say? Not interested. Wow. Then Lord Chaitanya said, what do you want? I don't want anything. I'm happy doing bhakti. I have a question for everyone. If you perform pure bhakti, are you situated on the platform of Brahman or not? If you are constantly performing bhakti, are you situated on the platform of bhakti? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is the verse? Mam chayo?
Vicharena, Bhakti.
What sloka?
Mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate saunan samnityetan.
Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate.
Amazing. Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. If you perform bhakti all the time, you're unfailing in all circumstances. You're situated on the platform of bhakti. Means you're a Brahmabhuta stage. Today we are Mayabhuta. When you perform bhakti, then we are a Brahmabhuta. You're liberated all the time. Then what did Sridhar say? I don't want anything. I'm already situated. What did Bilamangal Thakur say? When Muktikanta came and said, I'll give you Mukti. I have three more servants. Dharma, Artha, Kama. What did he say? Don't waste my time. Don't spoil my reputation. I'm very happy. I'm floating in the ocean of bliss. I'm having a wonderful loving exchanges, with this wonderful boy, serving him. Who is that? Krishna. you know, So 325, 34. So Kapila Muni is telling my devotees refuse all liberation, only want service. For your devotees, there is nothing worth obtaining from Dharmartha Kama Moksha. Though devotees have access to them. In spite of such facilities, I do not aspire to achieve such results. My prayer is I should have the unflinching faith at their lotus feet. So Kapila Muni is telling to mother, my devotees, they pray like this. What they want? I don't want anything related to Dharmartha Kama Moksha. But this is about somebody who is on the path of a pure bhakti. Yes or no? Then as I said, Mukti and Bhukti, they are compared to ghosts. They are compared to ghosts by Rupa Goswami. And Lord Chaitanya says, by Lord Chaitanya is actually the Lord Chaitanya preaches Uttama Bhakti, pure bhakti, Nadhanam Najanam na Sundari. I don't want followers. I don't want wealth or the attractions of opposite sex. And Lord Chaitanya is also not asking liberation. Mama janmani janmanishware varta bhavtat bhaktar hetitve. Birth after birth. Why we cannot ask like that? Because we are still in the bodily platform. Body will go through so much suffering. We don't ask it. But if you perform bhakti sincerely, and when you are situated on that Brahmabhuta platform, where we become free from modes, we'll also ask this. We'll also definitely ask this. You understand? Are you following or not? Difficult
Yes.
to understand, right? Even if you, are you able to understand or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Difficult to apply though. But that is eligibility for pure bhakti. What do you want? Bhakti only. I want three things. Bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. Only one. Bhakti. Service to your lotus feet. Kapila Muni is telling. What is that? 3:12:36. Sorry, 3:25:36. My devotees, they're happy seeing my other forms, beautiful face, and my laughing. They want to see my pastimes, leelas, and they want to see my beauty, and they're absorbed. They're absorbed in this Namarupa Guna Leela. They don't want so because they're attracted, they don't want any liberation. Still, I bring them back to spiritual world and make them my associates. They don't want, they say they're happy serving wherever they are. They're happy serving wherever they are. But still, what I'll do, I'll bring them to make my associate in my abode. Hare Krishna. So can somebody read this? Stage and what is needed. Who will read? One person please read. Anybody can read. Can you please read?
Page.
Let's read the whole screen, bro.
Stage. To begin VSB, mercy of devotees, advance in VSB, maturing of our knowledge and faith in scriptures, practice pure devotional service, liberation from bodily concept and all desires, abandon especially bhakti and mukti.
Thank you, Prabhuji. To practice, to begin Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we need a mercy of devotees. To begin Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we need a mercy from devotees. But to make progress in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we need to read Shastra, we need to read books and mature in knowledge. And we need to develop faith. Yeah, this is a material world, temporary. My presence in this world is temporary. Krishna is eternal. I don't want to be stuck in the number 8. What's number 8? Cycle of birth and death, infinity. So I want to break this cycle of birth and death. I want to go back to Godhead. So to mature in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we need to have good knowledge and faith. We need to have good knowledge of the temporary nature of the world and a blissful nature of bhakti. And we need to develop faith on Shastra. Otherwise, we'll get stuck in Kanishta platform only, deity worship. But to practice pure bhakti, one has to become free from bodily consciousness. One has to become free from bodily consciousness. And you should become free from mukti and bhakti. Anya vilashita sunyam. No other desire, only please Krishna, Guru and Krishna. But if you have any other desire, then you cannot practice. How many of you are listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. You're
Yes,
understanding,
Prabhuji.
right? So, okay. Then to start Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, what is needed?
Mercy of devotees.
To make progress in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, what is needed? Shastra Jnana. And faith on
Knowledge of scriptures.
faith and knowledge and scriptures. Shastra Jnana, and we should have immense faith on scriptures. Very good. But to practice pure bhakti, what is needed? Translate.
Devotees' blessings.
No, to practice pure bhakti, one has to become free from bodily consciousness.
Bodily consciousness.
If you are bodily conscious, what will happen? Anybody? You'll
All
have so many
desires will
desires.
go away.
You'll have, if you are in body, if you think I am this man, I am this woman, I. When you are in the bodily consciousness, first thing that will shake you up is a lust. So unless we become free from bodily consciousness, we cannot start pure bhakti. So, and another thing is, if you start pure bhakti, we should have only one desire. Even if you have some, you think you're this body, theoretically you may understand you're not the body but soul, but still you think you're this body. But if you don't have any other desire other than pleasing Guru and Krishna, that is a pure bhakti. That's great. Because I have a question for everybody. At what stage our anarthas are fully removed? At what stage our anarthas are fully removed?
Prema.
Prema.
Prema. Thank you, Prabhu. Is it Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Amazing. Only in the prema stage only the anarthas are fully removed. But still they are there. They'll trouble you once in a while in the mental platform. No. Prema fully removed. Bhava, yes. Nishta, yes. Ruchi, yes. Asakti, yes. That's why we should have only one goal, to please Guru and Krishna only. And we should Free, we should be free from sense enjoyment, and we should not expect impersonal liberation. Should become free from sense enjoyment means what? Be happy with prasad, that's it. That is the one sense enjoyment. Nothing else other than this one prasad enjoyment. Understanding or not? Clear or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, what is that? Uh, so, how do we progress from Kanishta platform to Madhyama? How do we platform from Kanishta level to Madhyama?
The order
Reading the Shastra.
Reading the Shastra, who said that?
Srinivas Muraridas.
Who?
Srinivas Muraridas.
Okay, wonderful. So, acquire knowledge, reading Shastra, and develop faith and scriptures. Yes, it's important. You know. Okay. So, so actually, this is a small session. It is done. Uh, uh, when somebody is on the body, one has to. That's why our chanting is the. What is his name? Our what's his name? Maharaj name? Sachinandan Maharaj. When we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. When you chant, we should ask for service. If you ask for purification, Sachinandan Maharaj says that chanting is a mode of goodness. My Lord, purify me, purify me. Okay, okay, I'll purify you. But what is the goal behind purification? I'll enjoy. Everyone will respect me as a serious devotee. Everyone will worship me as a pure devotee. That is not good. But so that type of chanting is called a chanting in mode of a goodness. But if you chant, my Lord, engage me in your service, my Lord. Body, mind, and words. Manasa deho geho jo kichu mo arpil tu pade Nanda Kishore. So, body and mind, my Lord, I am dedicating everything to you. Give me more service, more service, more service. So, but we shouldn't ask for a purification. We shouldn't ask for empowerment. Because when Krishna doesn't give empowerment, we become depressed. When somebody gets the empowerment, we become envious. Both are wrong. That's why we should not ask for a, we should not ask for a purification. We should not ask for empowerment. We should ask for service. Then when we do service, you're already definitely purified anyway. How many of you are understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Other devotees.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
You know, but okay, we may not, don't worry, we may not be there yet, but we should have an aspiration like this. One day I should have this aspiration. Because I said, what are the three types of happiness I said today? No. That is Sukrit, you know, what are the three types of happiness? Material happiness, I said or not?
Yes.
What is the second one I said?
spiritual happiness.
Very good. What is the third happiness? Go ahead. Devotional happiness. What is, what is material happiness? Can anyone explain? Jadanandam. Why a jiva cannot be happy going through material enjoyment? Can anyone interpret this? Why a jiva cannot be happy being engaged in full material enjoyment?
Because it's temporary, Prabhuji.
What is temporary?
The happiness that we derive from material sources is temporary.
Okay, then you'll you eat gulab jamun tomorrow, you eat gulab jamun. Then change rasgulla gulab jamun.
Because Jiva is spirit, and
Huh?
spirit cannot enjoy matter, Prabhuji.
Yes, who is this?
What? It is of
Intrinsic
me,
faith.
mine, Prabhuji. There is a selfish motive included. Is it correct, Prabhuji?
No, somebody said, we are a spirit and who is that? Yes, we are spirit. That is the answer. We are a spirit. A spirit can never be eternally happy enjoying a dead matter because we are spirit, spiritual. Jadananda means dead matter. We can, even if it is available, what is that? Unlimited sense enjoyment, unlimited, what do you call, eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. Even if you have unlimited, you cannot be happy. Why? Because we are spirit. This eating, mating, sleeping, and defending it is jada, dead matter, inert matter. But we are spirit. We need to enjoy. We need to deal with spirit. That's why a jiva cannot be happy enjoying Jadanandam all the time. Even if it is available, they'll be miserable actually. Initially, it will be mode of goodness. If they are in goodness, slowly it will bring them to passion, slowly it will bring them to tamagun, and they'll be condemned to animal actually. Yes or no? Clear or
Yes,
not?
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
My next point is why we cannot be happy enjoying Brahmanandam, situated on the platform of impersonal liberation, Brahman.
Soul is active in nature. In Brahman Jyoti, there is no engagement. There is no devotional service there. It is just completely meditating and you be alone. That's the spiritual aspect. The material aspect is we are social animal, and we need people. From a spiritual perspective, we need devotees around. It is very difficult to practice it alone. That's why Brahman Jyoti does not give us satisfaction.
That's what Ramakrishna said from here. There is no service. He just said one line. There is no service. The happiness comes from loving exchange, service. We identify ourselves with Krishna in terms of service. There is no service. Rendering service is your original nature, or that is your original conscious position. When there is no service, you cannot be happy enjoying personal liberation. Of course, there is no anxiety. You become free from three modes. You become free from bodily consciousness. But there is no service. That's why you're miserable. Bhakti Anandam. That's where you derive pleasure. And Rupa Goswami says, Bhakti Anandam, the pleasure you derive from the path of bhakti, you know, uh, if you consider bhakti as the ocean of happiness, Brahmanandam is not like a tiny drop of it. So we find happiness only in a devotional service, right? We find happiness only in a devotional service. So what are the different limbs of devotional service? Machita madgata pranaha bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So that's why devotees, when the devotees come together, they do service whole day. Then they come together. What did you read? What did you read? Then this thing, that's amazing, huh? Krishna is amazing, you know. Wow, 6 days, 7 days old, Putana came and Krishna killed. Samhara Shakti of Krishna killed Putana, but Krishna was very merciful. Putana came breastfed me, so I should give the position of a nurse equal to Mother Yashoda in the spiritual world. Amazing, you know. So devotees come together, they talk about Krishna. Amazing, amazing. See, as you can see that in Srimad Bhagavatam Uddhava and Vidura. You know? So that is pure bhakti. You know, or Shravanam and Kirtanam, devotees come together, Kirtanam. You know, it's mad, 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 mad. Why there is loving exchange? There is sharing of bhakti. Haribol, amazing. You know, so Bhakti Anandam is that's why if you consider Bhakti Anandam is a shoreless ocean, Brahmanandam is not even a drop in that. Understanding this? You know, so uh, so who will imbue the heart of devotee with bhakti? Of course, Guru, no doubt. But Bhakti Devi, Radharani, she'll imbue your heart with that love of God. And then your heart will be exploding and you will do anything. One day, you know, one Babaji went and asked flowers. You know, your garden has so many flowers. Can you please give some flowers? Said, no, 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 we'll not give any flowers. These flowers are for Krishna. This is Vrindavan. You are in Vrindavan. Give some flowers. No, no. I left. What he did, he planned in the night to steal. He went to steal the flowers. Same time, 4 dacoits came to steal. So who will meet who? Thieves will meet thieves. And they caught him. You know, usually you don't across any. Then thieves, they don't want to come across anybody else. They went inside. They entered the garden, and they saw this Babaji. And they thought usually, first thing is, they think it's guards. He's not a guard. Hey, who are you? I also came to steal. Steal what? Now we have to share, unfortunately. No, 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 we don't need to share because I came for. But steal what? Flowers. Are flowers? Steal in the night? With these flowers, do you think you'll make enough money and it'll make you rich or what? Babaji said, no. If I steal the flowers and offer it to Radharani, she'll make my life successful. If I steal the flowers and offer it to my deity, my Devi, and my life is successful. And this thief was attracted, and the group of thieves. So, see, that's the power of association. His heart is imbued with the love of God. The thief said, all right, we will steal later. First, we will help this person. He was attracted to that innocence. What they did? They helped him steal they started cutting all the flowers. And they put it in a basket. They gave it to him. He said, all right, friendship made, come tomorrow for a prasad. and that's it. Next day they all came. Eventually they became devotees. So they became devotees. So that is actually Bhaktanmukh Sukruti because they were helping a devotee, but leading to pure bhakti. So if we have if we stay in the association of a Tamadikari, Mahabhagavad devotee, then we will also become devotee. So to begin Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we need mercy of devotees. So they performed Mokshanmukha Sukruti, they Bhaktanmukha Sukruti, and they got the mercy because if this devotee was very pleased with them. You know, very pleased with them. You liked the story or not? How many of you liked the story?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Adi told me one more story. One day he called me. He said, this Prabhu, he chants every day, you know, more than 100 rounds, something he said. And, you know, so he said, he told me how to, you know, there is a process by which you can chant, you know, you chant rounds, not like eating the rounds, but, you know, not eating the mantra, but the Krishna bestows that on you. So this Prabhu was actually, you know, in Uddhav Kund. He was in Uddhav Kund. Anyone has been to Uddhav Kund? Radha Uddhavihari.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You know, if you just walk on the, if you walk on Parikrama, Govardhan Parikrama, it's just by the roadside, that's it. All you have to do is just walk 4 more feet, you know, and step into the temple, and you will see first Radha Uddhavihari, and you will see Uddhavji. Then you go down, and you see Uddhav Kund. And that's where Uddhav actually, you know, he prayed to Krishna. Krishna came and blessed him. That's how Krishna said, "What do you want, my lord?" Their, you know, their bhakti is matchless. Usually, we become envious. Actually, somebody is better than us. But Uddhavji said, "My lord, their bhakti is wow, amazing." So you need to have a lot of humility to become, you know, asking Krishna to become a creeper. No, that is the very high stage actually. Sorry, it's not easy, you know, having humility. No, if we think we are the best, there is always somebody better than us. Alexander thought he is the best warrior in the world. Nobody can defeat. But when he came on the bank of Sindh River, Alexander was defeated by mosquitoes. He was bitten by a mosquito and got malaria. There was no medicine those days for malaria. He died. So this person, he wrote actually an article every day. He is very tall, 6'6".
Hmm?
You know, he's like a management guru. I should not.
बढ़ गया?
I'm quoting this example. So everyone, whenever he would be a big CEO, everyone would say, you know, everyone would look at him. Wow, so tall.
Hmm.
So one day, you know, he sat in the executive lounge because he's a rich man.
कम नहीं हुआ?
Prabhuji, somebody is speaking. Can you
बड़ा
please?
भी नहीं ना?
Prabhuji, no, I think Ankit Pro, I think. Okay. So then he got up. He got up. The person next to him got up. First time he saw that person is taller than him. He was shocked. It was a, you know, it's painful to ego. That is actually, you know, is an Afro-American. He said, there is always somebody higher than you. So that's why when we usually what happens, when we are somebody is better than us, we should be respectful, learn from them, make us, you know, offer respects to them, you know, make friendship actually. Seniors or somebody better than you, make friendship and derive, you know, learn from them. Equals actually, you know, higher than you, respect. Equals friendship. Somebody junior to give them a support. So Buddhaji said, my lord, their bhakti is amazing. So Gulmalata Oshadinam. So make me a creeper in this area. What is that place?
Uddhav Kund.
Uddhav Kund, but he has become a creeper in Kusum Sarovar. You know, it's Kusum 1. And Kusum next to Kusum Sarovar is Kusum 1. That's where every day all the all the gopis, Radharani, they come to pluck the flowers. They'll step on this creeper. And Uddhavji, in the form of a creeper, Gulmalata, he considers his life successful, receiving the dust from the lotus feet of the gopis. And the previous story I told is actually from Kusumban only. So, to begin the bhakti, we need to have mercy. To advance in bhakti, we need to mature in our knowledge and we need to have faith in scriptures. For that, we need to read Shastra, read Prabhupada books. But to practice bhakti, eventually you have to become free from a bodily concept. And we should have only one desire, how to serve Guru and Krishna. Abandoning mukti and siddhi. Hare Krishna. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. If you want, I'll ask the same questions again. What are the things we need? Any question or comment? Otherwise, before we go forward, I'll ask this question later. Any question or comment?
Prabhuji, in all these three stages, we need devotees' mercy, right, Prabhuji?
Definitely, we need Guru and devotees mercy, no doubt. Not that as soon as you have gone to Madhyamadikari level, you don't stop. No, we need mercy of Guru and Krishna all the time. Yes, why not? You know, so we need mercy of devotees. Yes, actually, if you want, I'll tell a tiny story. I mean, you all read it, but I'll give the purport because you may not remember it. And it is not mine, but it's quoted by Radhana Swami. Should I tell or not?
Very well.
Yes,
So,
Yes, Prabhuji, Haribol.
he was in what is that place? He came to Bihar. Came to Bihar on the bank of Ganga. The Ganga was like a ocean in Bihar actually. So he met Ram Sevak Swami. And you know all the story, I'm not telling it today. But on the day of leaving, he had to go to Nepal for stamping his visa. So I don't know whether it's stamping or not, but he wanted to go to Nepal. The Ram Sevak Swami gave him, as he was leaving, Ram Sevak Swami gave him a gift. What is that gift? A stick. A stick. And Maharaj, His Holiness Radhan Swami received the stick with a lot of gratitude. And then somebody asked for a lift, and he claimed these Himalayan mountains, with these big trucks putting all the bales of cotton. So the mountains like this, ooh, like this. At any point of time, the truck may actually may crash actually, topsy-turvy. So he was sitting on the top of the truck and reached Nepal. And he heard so many things about these dogs, these ferocious dogs. They rip you off, and they heard so many stories. Actually, he felt something is going to happen in Nepal. He felt that. Suddenly, as he was walking, he has he's what is that? Literally like a derelict, wandering, no place to stay. Then suddenly he heard, we heard the sound, and his ears stood on end out of fear. One dog spotted him. One dog spotted him within no time. Then the dogs, one dog came, started barking. This is, we have I'm sure many of you have experience in India. Immediately the other dogs, they all came, surrounded him. He said, wow, I am going to become a food to these dogs in this unknown place. What is this life all about? Hare Krishna. Suddenly he remembered, as the dogs, they surrounded him. He had a stick given by Ram Sevak Swami. and they are like this blood-sucking monsters. Actually, they the what is that? They are mad dogs. You can see from their mouth, and the foam from their mouths was revealing that they were mad dogs. And they would rip him off, and the number increased. And one dog would come, so he positioned himself, against a home, door of a home. And one dog would come, he would hit hard with a stick. And they would go, another dog would come. So, he was hitting hard. And they understood he was one, they were many. So as they were coming closer and closer, because he is becoming weak, he was hitting hard with the stick. This one stick was the saving grace. They inched him closer and closer because he was hitting, but he cannot hit many. They were like many dogs. How many dogs can you hit? He was actually swaying the stick, but he realized he cannot. But suddenly I understood him. He is becoming weak because he has not eaten for so many days. Suddenly, the door, he was actually, as they were inching him closer, he was leaning again. He came back, and he was leaning against the door. Somebody saw him. So Krishna's arrangement, the door was open. So before, he whacked the last dog, and he forced open the door and went inside and locked the door. So the dogs expressed their anger by hitting the door hard because they lost their prey. And suddenly, dead of the night, some intruder. The owner came out with a sword. That's how it works. And then Radhana Swami leaned on his, he knelt down on his knees and folded his hands. Who is this intruder? So they brought the lamp and they understood. He's not a thief, but he's some passenger, some derelict. Maybe some sadhu. So they asked him to go. He said, the dogs are outside. So again, he cannot speak, only the silence. But your bhava conveys the message. So they told him to stay till the morning. Morning, when sun rose, he opened the doors and he left. So he concludes in that book, the stick of devotee's mercy will save you from so many impediments and dangers of not only material life but spiritual life. Amazing, right?
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So we need devotee's mercy, no doubt. So we'll end it here, and we'll continue with the the next chapter. Today, okay. Now the last question I have to ask. What is the question? What are the, now again I'm repeating the same thing. I'm sorry. What are the eligibilities for bhakti? So I'm asking everyone, what are the different eligibilities today we discussed for bhakti? Let us see. Okay, let's say louder. No desire except to serve Krishna. Anya Vilashita Sunyam. Okay. Everybody, please. 1, 2.
No desire for being important.
Amma?
No desire for being important spiritually or materially.
No desire to become important. Material or spiritually. Very nice. You are telling me actually. Thank you. Very good. 2. What next? क्या इतना जल्दी ऑपरेट हो गया?
No desire for liberation.
No desire for liberation, yes.
No other desire other than serving Lord.
Okay, no speculation. Anya Vilash is when you already told. Yes.
Free from dualities, Prabhuji.
No interest in Siddhi, Bhukti, Mukti.
No interest in bhukti, sense enjoyment, no desire for sense enjoyment, no desire for impersonal liberation, no desire for siddhis. Yes, very good. 5. And what else? I think I told 8 or 9. 7. Huh? Okay. Hmm. I didn't say that. First, what is that? Krishna is the ultimate object for the goal. Bhavanam Janmanam Ante. Knowledge. Jnanavan. So, knowledge leading to bhakti, that Krishna is Supreme Lord. And also, we should not have a desire to sin, become free from sinful activities. They will bring you to that is irrelevant. I mean, you have performed a lot of pious activities. Which pious activity? What are the 3 types of pious activities? Anybody? 3 types of pious activities. Material pious activity, Bhogonmukh Sukriti, Bhaktonmukh Sukriti, Mokshonmukh Sukriti. Which one is better? If you want to, what is eligibility for pure bhakti? Bhaktonmukh Sukriti, devotional bhakti leading to, pious activity leading to devotional service. That's it. These are the things. What are the 3 types of happiness?
Material.
Happiness, spiritual happiness, and happiness derived from devotional activities.
Okay, material happiness, Jadanandam, spiritual happiness, Brahmanandam, devotional happiness, Bhakti Anandam. Why we cannot find happiness situated on the platform of Brahman?
There is no service.
There is no service. That's it. Very good, wonderful. And and what is that? That's it. Amazing. So we'll go for next chapter again. So in other words, we should look for only pure bhakti. Means acquire knowledge, read Shastra, read Prabhupada books. Develop faith and scriptures. There is no pleasure. Why a soul cannot be happy doing engagement in eating, mating, sleeping, and defending? Okay, we'll ask. Who will tell that? Why a soul cannot be happy enjoying eating, mating, sleeping, and defending?
Okay.
Huh?
It
Because
cannot
we are
enjoy the matter.
Only one person, please. Go ahead.
It's all dead matter, Prabhuji. There is no.
It is all dead matter, yes. Whether it is name, fame, or eating, mating, sleeping, and differing, everything is dead matter. So we are spirit soul. Soul cannot be happy, dealing with matter, even if it's available in unlimited quantities. You're a son of a king. Then what happens if you're fully engaged in that? First time, even if you're in mode of goodness, you'll happy, you'll enjoy in mode of goodness. Then you'll fall into mode of mode of passionate enjoyment of dead matter. Then you'll go to mode of ignorance, and you'll go to animal life. In fact, mental sense enjoyment is very detrimental to, not only detrimental to bhakti, but it will push you to the cycle of birth and death. Second thing, you're not happy, but by the power of Maya, as soon as this class is over, everyone will go in the sea and see the mirror face. How was I when I was in the class? That is the power of Maya. So that's why our chanting should be very good, right? Okay, year is changing, so we should become serious. World has seen so many CEOs, world has seen so many software consultants, world has seen so many what? Kings. World has seen so many families. How many families? 8 billion population, 800 crore. Wow. At least 400 crore families will be there, right? Half of it. So that's why we have to balance nicely, and our focus should be pure bhakti. So can we end it now? Jesus, bro, you want to add anything?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Such a wonderful class.
Okay. So this way we'll continue, and actually you all should know we'll start on time and end on time. I can't guarantee, but we'll start on time. Dandavad Hare Krishna Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai.
Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna,
Pranam.
Prabhuji, Dandavad.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Dandavad Pranam all Shloka.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dhanavad. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Dandavad all Shloka. I'm ending now. Okay, thank you.